There's not much mentioned about today in that Holy Week narrative throughout the Gospels. In fact, there's nothing mentioned at all about Wednesday. After the processions and the hosannas, after the temple being overturned and the plotting and the scheming and the warnings that Jesus gave, after all his teaching on the Mount of Olives, there's nothing mentioned of today. Perhaps Jesus knew that he needed time in the middle of this week, time to reflect on the magnitude of what was unfolding around him. Jesus surely knew that the end of his life was coming. He surely knew the trajectory on which he was walking with the religious and the political leadership of the time. Perhaps it was right that he spent it with those he loved and those who loved him, his disciples. Mary, Martha, Lazarus, Simon the leper. Those he spent time with. It wasn't just Jesus and 12 people. There were many who loved and knew Jesus and supported him and are just not recorded in those Gospels. Whatever Jesus did, he spent time with those he was closest to, whether it was recharging and resting, whether it was planning what the next move was, whether it was in prayer, whether it was about trying to work out where he fitted in this whole plan that God had. Whatever it was, it's important that we take time, perhaps to reflect on the magnitude of this week for ourselves. Perhaps it's important that we take time to be with those who are closest to us, even in the midst of busyness. As we approach the end of this Holy Week, when things took a dramatic turn, take time, rest and reflect as you continue to join us on our Holy Week journey. God bless you on this, the Wednesday of Holy Week, a day when Jesus rested.